In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create more drive, a better attitude for obedience on cue. What we do for this is we're using a start signal. This is pretty much the same as if you would use your key and you start the engine. You know, with the key, you can start the engine. And with your start signal in obedience, you can start your dog so he has the right attitude. And this is all about to create more drive and more power for obedience. So this is the key for your dog to start the drive. What we do is we use conditioning for that. We put on the fursaver and we start to play with the dog. We agitate the dog. In this upcoming video, you will see that we're using a flex pull for that, which is a great helping tool for you. Makes you more independent to train without people and just rely on yourself. So in this video, as I said, we are going to show you how to use the fursaver as a start signal and to get more power on cue.
So this dog is lacking some drive in obedience, and we also do not really see that the fursaver is that good condition. So that is what we want to work on now. So she has a flex pole, as you can see, and her first job is to get the dog accustomed to the flex pole, meaning he have to know how far he can go in order also to avoid injuries. We do not want that. So she will grab a few kibbles of food and just lure him a little bit around that he feels, okay, I am back tight here. And then what you want to do, she will put the fursaver on, and within 2 seconds, she's going to mark it and she's going to do drive. She's going to take out a whip and she's going to make a little bit, she's going to crack the whip and be a little bit crazy because this the dog really enjoys. And then she's going to take a bite pillow out, as you can see there. The dog clearly wants it, and then after a while, he will definitely get it. And that is actually how you can recondition your fursaver. If you see that the dog is not reacting, you put the fursaver on the dog, then you go crazy, and after a while, you reward the dog. And then imagine when you use this in your obedience. What will happen? You put the fursaver on and the dog says, okay, I know what's going on. I am going to get my bite pillow. But instead of giving the dog the bite pillow straight away, you might want to say foos or sit or down, make the dog do just a little bit, and then you take the bite pillow out and reward the dog. And the training session does not end there. She's also trying to make her dog go a little bit more crazy and wild for his reward. So you can see she is playing a lot with her dog. She is tugging. She's doing some out. She's trying to make him more resistant towards a little bit body contact there. She's not hurting the dog at all. She is just playing with him and trying to make him more crazy for the reward, as you can see. There she didn't think about the flex pull, so he actually made a little salto there, a little spin, because the leash ended and he just cracked into it. So if you do this, be careful, take care of your dog, make sure that they are warm, and also make sure that they do not crack into the leash like he just did, because it might end up in some kind of injury. And it is definitely not so comfortable for the dog when that happens. And since you are into trying to build drive, that is definitely not helping them in this situation.
So if you're interested in to create more drive on cue and to work with a fursaver as a start signal, here's what I would do. First of all, you need some reps in this. So for the next training sessions, I would do nothing but that, because the right attitude is pretty much what you need in order to go ahead in your obedience training. It is the foundation, and only if you have the right foundation, the training will be just awesome when you go ahead. So here's what I would do. If you have time, you can do this 2, 3, or maybe 4 times a day in a very short training session. It's all about to condition that start signal fursaver. So you put your dog on a flex pole. You can use a harness. You can use a regular color, such as agitation color, a flat color, whatever. Just make sure that it's something comfy for the dog. You don't want him to get hurt or something like that. So you place the dog in a down position. He's back tied on the fursaver. You go in front of him. You ask him to sit. Then you put on the fursaver. And after you put on that fursaver, you have a time frame for maximum 2 seconds to get this conditioning right. So you put on the fursaver, you step back, the dog is in a tight leash, you educate him, and then you just play with him. And this you can do like you want. For how long should you do this now? Yeah, as long as it takes. You can control it very simple. At one point in your training, you will back tie the dog, you place him down, and the moment you go in front of him, and the moment he hears that sound from the fursaver, the dog gets excited and he's like, okay, come on, I can't wait, please put it on. This is actually the moment when you're like, okay, now I'm on the right track. Now the dog gets an idea from this start signal. So then you can go ahead and just do your normal obedience routine. What I suggest is, if you have a lack of drive and obedience in heeling, for instance, what you would do then is, you would put the dog on the fursaver, place him in a down position, put on the fursaver, and start to heel. And you can heel around that flex pole. But as soon as you feel that the fursaver has a meaning for the dog, you can also just leave the flex pole, because the flex pole is only there to help and support you, that you can create more drive, that you can educate the dog. So once you feel that the fursaver has a meaning for your dog, you can leave the flex pole and just use it like a key to turn your dog on and also off. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in one of our next videos.